Hey everyone, so this is my new wall of awesome, and I think they're out of frame, but they might be in some other frames later. So at the bottom I got all the letters of various sizes. A lot of them are wedding invitations, like that corner is wedding invitations, and this is Christmas side, and then these are all New Year's from Japan, and a few other Japan things. And then these are just postcards either that I have or that other people have sent me for the places that I haven't been. For example, these are from Germany here, some China ones that I got, India, Syria. I don't actually think anyone, well no, I guess he was there, but he didn't send it, but it was complicated. Anyways, amazing wall of awesome and postcards and things, because I've moved places, as you can obviously see. So, this is exciting. It's obviously been a while since I've updated, and we're going to go through a lot of different things. I'm going to pull up a map and show you how my summer was basically as crazy as you can get. So I was all over the place. I went, from Texas all the way through South Caribbean area, Puerto Rico, Costa Rica, New York, San Diego, Philadelphia, and just all about. And the plane rides were weird because I kind of like going across the ocean where it's just one long haul and they feed you and you just sleep for a long time. You don't really think about it, as opposed to having all these weird transfers and like 2-hour stop points, and they don't feed you because it costs them money to give you food now, or it costs you money to get food now. It's very complicated times. But things have been amazing, besides the fact that it's been crazy. And there'll be lots of other videos. I'm making other video postcards as well, but this is mostly just sort of to update you guys. So I'm alive, my summer was well. For those of you that knew I was doing internship stuff, I did end up doing a sort of internship up in New York, and then I was also doing a consulting thing in Texas at the same time, and just lots of travel. But on the more fun side of things, I did meet up with Bash and Becky, and that was all part of the whole agreement that once all of us happened to get back stateside, we would all go to Comic-Con together. And it was my first Comic-Con, which sort of rounds off an old part of an alternate life plan. But Comic-Con was amazing. It was weird because I was like in New York, and then I was basically across and then red-eyeing it back to work. But the actual con was amazing. I think that was probably the longest I've ever spent in a line, and it wasn't for registration. It was actually for the Warehouse 13 panel, but I'm pretty sure that my time spent in that line was mainly due to the fact that after the Warehouse 13 panel was the True Blood panel, and like everyone I talked to in line was waiting for that. So it's logical that they wouldn't clear out rooms after every panel. So if you had a panel that you really wanted to go to at the end of the day, everyone would get in the beginning and then just not move. So, good and bad things, but that meant I spent 4 hours in line, four and a half hours in line for that, but it was amazing. Warehouse 13, for those of you that know, is my new television obsession. I love Warehouse 13. I kind of am in love with sci-fi right now. A lot of their new scripted shows and other things, so that's been sort of crazy. I have a television. I haven't had a television I technically had a television in Japan, but I didn't really watch it. So, for like a year, 4 years-ish, and it's really bad for my productivity because I am easily addicted to things, and apparently every Tuesday it's Law & Order SVU marathons on TNT. Also really bad for me because I love that show. So I'm excited about a lot of different things. Comic-Con was amazing. Philadelphia was amazing. I met up with more people that I knew in Japan in Philadelphia. Also amazing. I went to Amishland in Lancaster. I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong. Been told that when I say Lancaster, that they all are just going to look at me like a psycho, or an obvious non-Pennsylvanian, but Lancaster. One of those. Anyways, I went there, so I was in Amish country, and I got lots of cool souvenirs and gifts to give my family up in Jersey and New York area, and then a few things for the new place. Which I should also show you soon. Other amazing things. So while I was in New York, some of you also know the whole architecture background, I got to see the High Line, which if you haven't and you live anywhere in New York is amazing. I don't know how things are. I know there's sort of all this craziness right now with the hurricanes, which I've, sent those messages privately to all the people that should know, right? The High Line is this amazing, elevated public park. So they basically took an old train line and they remade it into a public park, and you can see the old tracks along it, but then it also has all of these new architectural details with the flooring and the benches and the theater type settings and these large chairs and small cafes on the side and like art walls, and it's really amazing. And like once you step up onto it, you get these amazing views and this amazing quiet because the decibel level around you just drops. And so lots of different throwbacks. I've talked a lot on this and I'm sure this is going to get edited like crazy, but that's what's going on in my life. And I will update again soon. I don't know exactly how soon. Things seem to be sort of crazy, and then I find some small amount of time to do things, so my imagination is that these updates are going to be more in like seasonal blocks after I finish things. So that's sort of what's going on. And then I'll try to sort of disperse spotlight stuff of old footage that I might have stored from the whole summer of craziness. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. That's what's going on in my life, and I hope you guys are doing great too. And I love you guys, so all the best. Love, hugs. Okay, so here's my wall of awesome, and wedding stuff, Christmas stuff, South Africa stuff. And then this side, you all know my historic map of Austin, which I can't really live without because it's awesome. Other crazy closet, anime-ish corner, lane scroll. It's like the first wall scroll I had. This is the really amazing artwork that I got at Comic-Con, and she was awesome, and this is part of a series of artworks that were for a children's book that's coming out. I don't know exactly when. I'm pretty sure it's sometime this fall. That was also from Comic-Con. This is also from Comic-Con, from Steam Crow. I got a bunch of pint glasses from them. I had a set of 4, but one actually broke during all of my transit travels, which was unfortunate. And then I finally got frames for all of my cool Studio Ghibli stuff. So you can